Gentlemen, our father, Joseph Tannenbaum, of blessed memory, established this prize to honor Jewish history, and his motto was always, "There is no such thing as can't." Therefore, I believe that it is most appropriate to present this prize tonight to Tarek Fatah for his breathtaking book, "The Jew is Not My Enemy." The book gives him the honor he really deserves for his courage to tell the whole truth of the history and the compelling and pitiful hatred by the fanatic Muslims. Whatever must be recognized for their lies and their hatred to their own people, their beautiful ancient religion, and all who should not believe them. Mr. Fatah has put his own life at risk, giving us all the real facts and fiction that has not only threatens Israel and the Jews, but the future of all mankind. May your brilliant and amazing effort be rewarded and your sacrifice be truly appreciated, giving hope for the future from this time forward.
Very much. Today is a very special day. 4 months ago that I was taking this stretcher to St. Michael's Hospital, and cancerous tumor was removed from my spine. And since then, my view of the world has been 45-degree angle view of ceilings of 4 different hospitals. Today, as I was trying to tie knot on my shirt, I wanted to check whether the length of the tie was right or not. And then it occurred to me, aha, once you're in a wheelchair, you really don't give a damn. So here I am, very honored to be in this position on a subject that when I started writing about 3-4 years ago, seemed very distant and controversial. A publisher backed out by just the proposed name, and the risk of being labeled as a traitor has hovered on me ever since, even today. But the issue that we thought was dead gone after Second World War, to many people, including most Jews who live in North America, and I would suggest in Israel, who thought it was over, is not over. It was simply dormant, lying underneath a surface of civility, and hundreds of years of European anti-Semitism today oozes out like pus from a wound anytime the right opportunity occurs. And for me, that sign was the massacre in Mumbai, conducted by terrorists that were trained in a village in Pakistan by a Canadian who has property and business in Toronto and Ottawa and is now on trial in Chicago. Yet our newspapers, if you read them, you wouldn't even know that there was a Canadian connection to the terror attack on the Jewish Shabbat house in Mumbai. It's a sad story to tell, but I would suggest to you that anti-Semitism today is actually Jew hatred, and the word anti-Semitism is too polite to say what happened. 4 months in a hospital in different wards, and hearing conversations with fellow patients, whether Italian construction workers or Russian truck drivers or Iranian injured workers, the one common thing that you can always rely on is that when there is a Jew not present in the room, you can always mock him because he won't be there to counter. And it is painful to hear what is going on, because nowadays you don't have to be anti-Jewish to have Jew hatred. You have to be anti-American. You don't have to be to say that the Jews control the world. You simply have to say that Citibank controls the world, and then imply and wink and nod, and that is equally understood. The word Jew does not occur in the conversations of anti-Semitism that have become conventionally present in the campuses of UFT and York University and Ryerson University. And trust me, it is not my community, the Muslim community, or anyone from South Asia that is dominant in doing this. Today you have the remnants of European anti-Semitism that have come out in a pure form that would rely on themselves after the end of the Cold War in trying to look as if they're anti-imperialists, as if they're really against the control of the banks and what happened at Lehman Brothers. But wink, wink, nod, nod, in the end, the target of that conversation, of every truther who says that 9/11 didn't happen as a result of bin Laden, is one people that are targeted. The Jews did it. It is quite possible that the Jews don't know about this, because a lot of time has passed by and you have to live with a false sense of security. But as an outsider, as a person who has been a passionate supporter of Palestinian rights, what occurs to me is that there is nobody around anywhere in the United Nations, in Canada, or the United States, or Europe, or Africa, or China, or Russia, that has ever said that Morocco has been occupying Western Sahara since 1974. I can bet you never heard of it. That the longest apartheid wall that was ever built is 350 miles long, and it is a 2-mile-wide border made by sand dunes by the Moroccan government to make sure that the Saharans don't enter it and the Mauritanians don't take it. I'm giving that to you as an example. What is the reason that the occupation of the West Bank is so much on the mind of Barack Obama that he would never even utter the words that it is Turkey that's occupying Northern Cyprus since 1974. And so brainwashed we have become that when the Israeli president is lectured by the Turkish Prime Minister about the actions in Gaza, the 80-year-old Israeli president doesn't turn back and say, "That's quite rich of you to say that because you've occupied Kurdistan for the last 800 years. But he didn't say that. He didn't say that you occupied and invaded Cyprus and you're occupying half of the city of Nicosia. Nobody turns around to tell Iraq that they're occupying Kurdistan. Nobody tells Indonesia that they're occupying Aceh for 700 years. But they all know one thing, that the Jews don't belong in Jerusalem. And you don't have to say that anymore. You just have to say, those damn Americans, the Chicago group, the Bilderberg group. You don't have to publish the protocols of the elders of Zion ever. Other people are publishing it for you. And while you look around and say, it really doesn't matter what happens in the village in Pakistan, I can tell you today is far more a danger to the rest of humanity than it ever was under Hitler's worst time. Because today we are dealing with nuclear bombs in the hands of a people who believe in life that comes only after death. And that is why I wrote this book. To suggest to you that the issue is not about Islam. The issue is about Islamism. And if that is a complicated concept for you to understand, for crying out loud, do pick up the books and try to understand. It was easy to write the name Hitler and Lenin, because these are Western concepts. They wore our suits, they had the same breakfast, they listened to the same Wagner, and they knew about Shakespeare. Today you're talking about threats to human civilization coming from people whose name we cannot even pronounce. And to kill them, we hire warlords. We don't send our soldiers. And when we fight wars, we have tours of duty, as if this was a vacation. And the very existence of Western civilization, as we know it for the last 400 years, for whom people in the French and the American Revolution fought and died for, to put men and women equal, to make sure Jew and Christian were considered one, that black and white would win over in the civil rights, is today under threat. And it's under threat because we have a mediocre level of intellectuals and politicians that have taken over after the Cold War. We no longer combat communism. We are very happy and pompous that we defeated it. And we simply can't read the books that are written by Bin Laden. We are very happy that his corpse was thrown out in the sea. What we don't know is that there are 1,000 Bin Ladens in Canada. The people who go out to the Anti-Apartheid League, you would hope that Anti-Apartheid League was against Saudi Arabia. But you don't find any professor marching against Saudi Arabia, where a woman is in jail for the crime of driving a car today, and Mr. Obama didn't even know that the country existed. And that is where you find anti-Semitism. Because no matter what the discussion is, it comes down in the end to a Jewish conspiracy. And that is why I've written this book as a moral, ethical duty, as a Muslim, a follower of Islam, as someone whose book says, very crystal clear in the Quran, where God addresses Moses and says, tell your people to enter the Holy Land and don't leave it ever. But that's a verse that will never be translated or said in any English. That when 300 million Russians have one state, 80 million Germans have one state, 250 million Indonesians have one state, and 10 million Jews need one state as well. And anybody who's reluctant to call it a Jewish state is an anti-Semite, is a Jew hater. Thank you very much.